Hello.
Good morning, coffee moaners. I've missed you last couple of days. I've been at Loose Women.
Is it me
And I've
you're
missed you.
looking for?
Can
I can see it in your eyes.
Can't you sing too many lyrics? We'll be banned.
I can see it.
Good morning, everybody. We have got lots to chat to you about, as usual, as the world goes completely batshit crazy.
Like that.
And each day we say the same thing, that we are again left incredulous with no words to describe what we are witnessing.
But incredulous is a good word.
Thank God for this community here where we can all share, go, what the fuck, weep, and then bring ourselves back round again to face the world again. So today, Mark, give us the list of
Well, hang on, someone's just said, look at the headline. Look at the title today gives you a little snapshot of the madness we're in. Mm-hmm. The US urgently summons all army generals.
That's massive. We're going to
former FBI head is indicted. Tony Blair to rule Gaza.
Not a joke.
And digital ID cards, courtesy of Starmer.
Also, interjected within this, we've got 3 videos about relationships, so that we could have a bit of home chat.
Well, and also, I would also like to stress that when we home in on our topics, there is huge slippage and seepage between topics. I've noticed this recently. Everything is hermetically sort of connected and sealed, and kind of one feeds the other.
Nothing is sealed. It's all bleeding into each other.
It's all, listen, well, to quote Donald Trump, we're not a country with lines. We're an amorphous mess.
God, he's not learned the word
We have the clean air. China has bad air.
Right.
And we're amorphous.
Yes, so please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. The notification bell will mean that you are notified. And the subscription doesn't mean you're then, or the subscribe button doesn't mean you're locked into subscription. It's free. It's free.
And you can opt out every month.
And you can, and it's free.
Yeah.
So just subscribe to the channel because it helps the videos get out to more people.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing I would say is when one stridently tries to define a story, you ignore actually the way in which everything is entwined and everything feeds into each other. So what the fuck Tony Blair, says Fiona Hennessy. It's just quite shocking. Okay.
We don't know how they've arrived at that.
No. Shall we start with the dullest story of the day? Let's do digital ID cards, because it comes from Starmer, who's decided to get digital ID card. Can't wait to hear him say the word digital. Digital ID cards.
Somebody was watching on Instagram today, but somebody saying we don't need them because in a way we've already got them, which is our national insurance number.
Not only our national insurance number, but we've got our NHS app and we've got these bits. I don't know. Anyway, this is his. What is this? This is. Let me read you the story. This is exactly what's happening. It's the Labour conference. This is his stab at kind of pushing back against reform, because to be brutally honest with you, the next government in this country is going to be reform.
If we are not all awake.
If we're not all awake and we don't do something about it. So Starmer says, reports The Guardian, that digital ID cards are an enormous opportunity for the UK and will make working illegally tougher. He says that plans for a new digital ID held on people's phones will be an enormous opportunity for the UK and make working illegally tougher. It will become mandatory as a means of proving the right to work under the plans, but people will not be required to carry or asked to produce it. It will simply be available to UK citizens and legal residents by the end of this Parliament, reports the PA news agency.
But the thing is, it's like everything in this life, isn't it? It begins like you don't have to carry it. And then before you know, or you have to carry it to be able to go here. Or you have to carry it if you want to go into this place. And then before you know it, it's carrying it all the bloody
time. Thank you. And before you know it, you can't get into things without it.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they're checking your vaccination status. And before you know it, all the rest of
it.
The other problem I have with anything like this, let's look at what's happening in America with TikTok being handed over to nebulous billionaire donors who have tech that can basically trawler dredge all of our data. Who's going to be looking after the data? How secure is it going to be? And how do we know that our greatest, biggest ally, who I think is the single biggest threat to this country, Israel, won't be looking at that data?
Exactly. And Georgina, 100%. Why are we focusing on technology and the one beautiful, incredible, amazing planet that we live on that's hurtling towards being inhabitable? And the wars that are popping up, and the war and the genocide that's been going on, and all of that that's going on around the world is speeding up the absolute destruction of this beautiful planet. 100%.
Coral, lovely Coral, Reese's mum here. Hi, Coral. We love your son. Who's going to be stopped? Black people, Indian people, Asian people, Pakistani people, people with dark olive skin.
Yes, that's where we'll get to eventually. But of course, for many people, that will make them vote for it.
That's the fear. That's the fear. So obviously, this is Keir Starmer trying to get ahead of the incoming storm that is both reform, but is also Andy Burnham. How do you feel about the chatter? And it is only chatter.
Well, the thing is,
Burnham could become or wants to compete for leader of the Labour Party.
Right. So I don't, as you know, my knowledge of politics is very much kitchen table, what I'm taking in as I go along. I'm learning more and more.
You have more of a sense of your kitchen table than many of these news outlets.
I'm learning more and more, and I will learn more and more. But the nuts and bolts of that, I don't understand, because you say it's a difficult thing. It's a long way off. He needs
to be a sitting MP, so he needs to win a by-election, and he needs to be sat.
And there's no by-election.
And at the moment, he does. I can't see his route in at the moment.
But when I just hear Andy Burnham, I get excited, because I've always loved Andy Burnham. I've always loved everything he said. If Lee Peart is here, my friend Lee, will stand up for Andy Burnham. And I think deep down you're a Tory, are you, Lee? I can't remember. I said something I shouldn't have. But anyway, he said he's what he says on the tin. He worked with him. He gives a percentage of his money every month to the homeless. He's a proper socialist.
For anyone who's international here, he's also the mayor of Manchester. Does he make your fanny flutter?
No, but I do want to bake him a pie.
Say for this, bake me a pie later. No.
In a sea of me not liking anyone, I like Andy Burnham. But it's like you said. You said he's never said anything pro-Israel. I said
no. He hasn't been particularly outspoken against Israel.
And we are not going to get that.
No,
we are not going to get that from any party, not from Labour, not from the Conservatives. The only place we're getting that at the moment is from the Green Party.
Ray Crew says, I need to know what his thoughts about Gaza. Nadia was suggesting earlier today, would you like it if we got our agents to see if the leader of the Green Party would come on this mere humble show and discuss what the Green Party is about? I mean, we both voted Green at the last election.
Yes.
Nadia signed up to the Green Party recently. I didn't sign up to the Your Party. I did become, what did I sort of signaled my interest. I keep getting emails. And then I really, really, really got worried and frustrated as they started to squabble.
That was just awful. That just put us off and made us, so at the moment.
They have to do a lot to win me back.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got Zara Sultana calling the lawyers on him and him calling the lawyers on her, you just think, oh, this isn't going to bloody work in the first couple of months.
Can I just say though, I don't really know what Andy Burnham's. I mean, I suppose Andy Burnham much more is coming from the perspective of working class, the disenfranchised. He is Northern. He doesn't have a sir before his name.
Yes.
And so one can only hope. I do want to just sort of say that the context.
Tanya says, yes, get Zach on, he's fab.
Okay. The context Starmer making this announcement and doing all of this, and the Labour Party conference is, as everywhere is reporting today, the Reform Party, we saw this last night also on Sky News, is set to inflict Labour's worst election defeat since 1931. Farage's party set to win 3/4 of 311 seats directly from Labour. They would be a majority in a slightly hung parliament, which I've always said all along, keep your eyes on Badenoch. She might be one that we think, we can just dismiss.
No, she's going to join up with him and Israel, and that's what's
Yeah. Rhys Roberts, I'm eager for Burnham, but the Prime Minister position is always the make or break. And people always change, don't they? It always kind of, they just lose whatever flair they might have had.
And the thing is, we've still got 3 years,
Exactly.
And I think we mustn't fall into the trap that mainstream media is giving him voice all the time and nobody else, and saying it's going to happen. There's a lot that can happen in the next 3 years.
I would argue.
My worry is the connection with Israel that is so strong. If it wasn't for that, I would be dismissing it. But that very strong connection with the billionaires and all of that is of the Israeli billionaires. I'm worried. with Farage.
Farage, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would like to use the analogy of a football match. At this stage in a football match, the fact that Reform are ahead is kind of good because we've got an entire second half and extra time, I think, in which to
And we need to believe in the power of ourselves, guys. The power of the vote.
Oh, look, Zoe, you're so disappointed with Zara and how it's handled. Well,
you're so disappointed. Yeah. They should have done that behind the scenes. I
don't
mean,
know why
really.
They didn't. Yeah, I mean, Owen Jones was furious with them.
Very bad.
It was
very bad.
PR.
And it shows two egos battling. Yes. I'm not interested.
I totally agree.
I'm off them.
Okay, well, there you go. That's Reform, and that's okay. So let's go to that land of rational behaviour and total coherence, America. Any Americans here who are just like, fucking hell, guys? We're so sorry. Are you sorry? Is anyone in America sorry?
No, not sorry to us, but sorry, scared for themselves.
No, you're not personally responsible. But I mean, I mean, I've had a few people approach me on Instagram direct saying, please don't dismiss us all. We are not all like this.
God, we know that. That would be unbelievably racist to think like that.
No.
It is your leader. And even I think some of the people that are blindly following him aren't bad people. They have been manipulated by a master manipulator.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to talk about the incredibly contradictory, stressful, sort of mind-blowingly weird comments from Donald Trump about Palestine and Gaza and the West Bank. We're also going to talk about Tony Blair. But before we get to the Gaza and the Israel side of things, I do want to touch upon this story that broke late last night. And this is a story that all of the major print news, American, obviously it came through America first. This is the news that the US has, or Hegseth has urgently ordered all top US military leaders worldwide, which is some 800 to 1,000 US military generals and admirals, to report to a base in Virginia next week for a mystery meeting. Short notice, nobody knows why.
Now, Mark showed me this at 11 o'clock last night and went, no, he said, no, he looked at me. I said, why are you looking so weirdly? And he went, because the world's over. And I was like, oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me now. I can't do it now. It'd been a tough day.
It was one of those ones where I texted it to her and didn't say it in front of the girls because I was a bit concerned.
It's so bad. And then everyone was saying how rare this was.
Well, yeah, and I think in 30 years it hasn't. So let me just give you the story. So Hegseth has ordered this is the Washington Post, a rare urgent meeting of hundreds of generals and admirals. They've all been summoned to a gathering in Virginia at a Marine Corps base. And it has sown confusion and alarm after the Trump admin's firing of numerous senior leaders. This highly unusual directive was sent to virtually all of the military's top commanders worldwide, according to more than a dozen people familiar with the matter. It was issued earlier this week against a backdrop of the potential government shutdown in the US and as Hegseth's overtly political moves have deepened. Now,
can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
This is, everyone knows who he is, right?
Hegseth,
this guy Hegseth. Yeah. We saw all this stuff,
Minister
drink
for
problems.
War.
He was Fox News presenter. He, there's just so much on him, right? He is not a bright guy. He's the guy that all the messages that were going back and forth that were leaked. What was that? What were they doing them on? Not WhatsApp or something?
No, Telegram was
it. So he is a very scary guy. Everybody in America talks about how inexperienced he is, how scary this is. Very, very sexist in his approach to the army. He said some dreadful things about all kinds of groups of people. But I find him a very scary guy. And I'm just thinking, just now it hit me, is this not really stupid that you get all your generals in one place at the same time? Couldn't they all get blown up?
Now, Nadia immediately said they're going to attack Iran. It's going to be Iran.
I thought it was Iran.
A lot of other people are suggesting, well, could it just be yet more hiring and firing? Could it be Hegseth wanting to see the whites of the eyes of all of these people, all of these generals and admirals, to say to them, look, we're about to basically declare martial law in the US. Are you with us or are you against us? But my only concern with that is these are all the people that are stationed in other parts of the world too. So, I mean, obviously not one admiral makes a whole American base work, but having all of them in one place and bringing them all to one place.
Do you ever do that? Get all your generals in one place? Well, maybe it's on Zoom.
No, it's not. Normally they do these things on Zoom, which is why which is why lots of people,
let's quote Greg.
Yeah, one insider at the Pentagon says, could we be going to war? So there
is a lot of chatter about war again with Iran. There is a lot of chatter about that. But just before, so we're just going to show you this from Greg Stoker. Greg Stoker, who we talk about a lot. We say follow him on Instagram. He's a really interesting guy. He's a US Army veteran with special operations background, a highly experienced soldier and commentator. He is now sort of a campaigner. He's anti-imperialist. He's on the
flotilla.
He's on the Sumo flotilla, and he said this yesterday, which scared the shit out of us.
So he posted this. So the point that Nigel was like, "Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's not going to be serious.
I said it's Iran.
It's Iran. It'll be."
Well, no, I didn't say don't be ridiculous. I said it's Iran. That's
no. But
scary.
a little bit like you dealt with it a little bit like a mum, a sort of hardworking mum at the stove who's cooking. Oh, for God's sake, don't bother me with this now. Let's eat dinner and we'll think about it. It was like that, and I sort of felt a bit chagrined, and I sort of went back off to my office thinking it was the end of the world. But this is what Greg Stoker said, and I ran back in with this. This compulsory meeting of general and flag officers in Virginia isn't rare, it's unheard of.
Unheard of. Possible
reasons. A, launching a new military campaign. B, total overhaul of command structure. C, the thing I just suggested, Squid Games demand complete obedience to Trump administration. Or D, all of the above. Now,
there's a lot of egos in the administration. Could it be, there always has to be something that everybody's talking about. Don't you think it's that?
I just want to knock a couple of thoughts out of the window, and then I'm going to step towards Reese, who thank you very much for opening this can of worms. So I don't think if it was Iran, they would call everyone back to the US to say, let's hit Iran, when they didn't do that last time when they dropped all the bombs on them. They didn't
do very well, did they?
No, they didn't. But
so maybe they're trying to do better.
They probably not want to. They wouldn't want to telegraph that to the rest of the world. Administration, keeping people on board. They've already been firing lots of people. Why would they go for one big glut of bringing them all in when they've already been going through the process of manipulating the higher echelons so that they're all Trump friendly? Why would they go for this?
Maybe it's ready to go to war with the American people.
Possibly. But why would they be bringing them all from all? Why would they not be bringing the head of the police and the National Guard and the
because you're dealing with very strange, unpredictable people.
Could it be that they're going to fully attack Venezuela? That's something I wondered. That could be the war rather than Iran. Or, as Reese Roberts says, could it be an extraterrestrial invasion? Now,
that's what Mark thinks.
No, it's not what I think. But there is genuine, increasing chatter and concern about something called, and we haven't talked about it in detail here yet because it's still evolving, and we're going to know more at the end of next week.
Mark was listening to it all night last night.
So there's a Harvard professor, Avi Loeb, and this is who has kept his eye on the 3I / Atlas Interstellar object, which is at this stage has 5 anomalies that make it unlike any other comet we've ever seen. Obviously, the mainstream narrative, NASA, everyone's going, it's a comet, it's a comet, it's a comet. But he is a kind of, not a lone voice, but he's one of many more voices saying there are too many anomalies for us to be able to just dismiss it. And we shouldn't be blind in science. We shouldn't do that thing.
What's that movie where everybody ignores the scientists? What's that?
The Leonardo DiCaprio one where they're running around with Jennifer Lawrence. They're going, for God's sake, listen, it's going to hit us. Now, this 3I Atlas thing, some of the anomalies, which I'm just going to throw at you just quickly, are it didn't demonstrate a cometary tail. It had a green light projecting ahead of it. Amateur astronomers are suggesting it's pulsing in a sort of accelerating and decelerating fashion. It's on a planetary path that apparently is so ludicrously impossibly rare because it goes close to many of the planets in our solar system, Jupiter, Mars, and I forget the other one. When it's closest to us, this is the bit that's really odd, its planetary path takes it past the sun. So we are basically, it's eclipsed by the sun at its closest position to us. So we can't see it through any technology. And so everyone is keeping an eye on for October the 4th, 5th or 7th. Now, this is serious enough that NASA's Mars camera, I think it's either a camera on Mars or it's a camera around Mars, on October the 4th or 3rd, is taking a photograph of it, which will be the closest photograph we've yet had of it. And what I like about this guy, Avi Loeb, he's not saying it is artificial technology or extraterrestrial, but he is saying there are so many anomalies about it. We shouldn't be blind to this. We shouldn't just go, oh, it must be a comet. Now, when it comes around and they take that photograph, we could be in panic stations, or it could just be, wow, it's a really old fucking comet.
Yesterday on that thing, they were saying, prepare yourselves. What the hell are we going to do?
Yeah.
I just said to Mark, I'm too tired for it.
Yeah.
I said, I can't, not with everything else that's going on. I just can't do it. I just can't do this bit. This bit is going to have to strike or not.
Well,
I can't prepare for it because I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do to prepare for it.
I've been following it for a while.
Too much.
Put it this way, it's got creepy and worrying enough for me now that I don't talk about it openly in front of the kids.
No, but what he does is go totally silent for hours, and you hear like space people's voices speaking. No, like professors.
Yeah. No,
all I can hear is professors talking in the background.
Yeah. So two other things about it as well. It's emitting a nickel. It's emitting nickel. Is it nickel? But it's emitting nickel without iron, which means that the only time you get nickel without iron is when it's been manufactured. So there's a suggestion that some of the composition of this could have been artificially created, and it has too much carbon dioxide coming off it and out of it. Anyway, we don't. So we'll know more. We'll know more on October the 4th.
Oh, great. Now, okay, let's put it in a diary. We're going to know more on October the 4th.
No, this is actually a protocol. But I
can't do it. It's too much.
But some people are genuinely worrying that could this be what Hegseth is bringing the army leaders?
Yes, no, I know there was a point to you telling us all this, but it's too much.
Yeah, so, but we don't know. It could just be...
But we don't know. Oh, but on October the 4th we will.
The thing that is worrying...
Oh, no, I don't want to know. I'm too tired.
Let me just give you this final thought, and then we're going to move on. It's the size of Manhattan.
Oh, fucking hell.
Potentially weighs 55 billion tons, and... by some people's accounts, it could impact Mars, but we don't know. So anyway.
Listen, I have been saying to Mark for 2 weeks, I think he should do a live with this.
Well, I haven't wanted to because I haven't wanted to because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
No, but it's not conspiracy theorist. It's a discussion about something that is very fascinating to some people.
Yeah, to some people.
So I think you say, we know nothing. Let's have a chat about it.
Well, unfortunately, we know quite a bit. That's the problem. I bet
like half the people here are going to be like with me, I can't do this, and half the people are going to be really interested.
Yes, yeah. Less scary than Netanyahu's latest speech at the UN.
I've got too many scary craters here and comets. The comets are going off every 2 fucking seconds.
I'd rather take my chances with a bunch of aliens than with Netanyahu's Israel.
That's what our girls said. They said maybe they'll come and make everything better.
Anyway, okay, so obviously that's one of the other possibilities. So it's a big deal, this summoning of all of the army heads. We don't know what it's about. It's, you know, all I would say is keep your eye on that wonderful barometer of emergencies, which is the pizza delivery system near the Pentagon.
That's it. Every time something happens, they're so dumb, aren't they?
Very okay, well, let's talk about this quote. Let's go to, where's Donald Trump's odd...
Can you guys create an underground bunker for all the family guests? Natasha, we are not beyond thinking of an underground bunker, but then I think I'd rather die than live underground.
But the only clip I haven't got in is Donald Trump saying his bloody thing about Gaza. So could you explain what Donald Trump said yesterday? No, I've got it. I'll get it. You just carry it.
Yeah, so basically, we were just going to bed last night, and this popped up, and we were like, what the hell? And it was Trump talking in the Oval Office saying, I'm not going to allow Israel to annex the West Bank.
Yeah.
And they said, well, have you spoken? One of the reporters said, have you spoken to Israel? He goes, it doesn't matter whether I've spoken to Israel or not. I'm not going to allow them to annex the West Bank. I have spoken. Here we go.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. Is that this week that he would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank?
Happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it, whether I spoke to him or not.
Would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. Is that something that you?
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it, whether I spoke to him or not. I did, but I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now. Okay.
Right. If I can just pause you here, Mark, because you don't know that.
Just quickly, whoever asked me, no, I don't believe NASA. That's my point. I think NASA is like a government organization that just tells us what they think we want. Just finally on that thought, of course, if it was something worrying and we all knew, the stock markets and economic system of the planet, as Avi Loeb, this Harvard astronomer, says. He says that there is a genuine lack of interest in telling the truth. He said if NASA were to step towards the anomalies, we could have an economic Armageddon.
Follow the money.
Yeah.
So this is from Jewish Voice for Peace. Excellent account. Please follow them. 2 days ago, this was on Wednesday, they posted this. 2 days ago, Israeli warplanes bombed the headquarters of the Palestinian Medical Relief Society in Western Gaza City. On Friday, they bombed the last functioning hospitals, and they're disrupting some of the last fragile lifelines left for the starving, sick and wounded. Meanwhile, 442 Palestinians in Gaza have died from famine. For over a week, the Israeli military has been forcibly clearing and occupying Gaza City to ethnically cleanse the north, displacing over 1 million Palestinians into so-called safe zones. This is going on and on, right? This is happening. They are clearing out the Palestinians. And for him to sit there, and it goes on and on, for him to sit there and say, as we watch videos after videos of people being rounded up in the West Bank, taken off, put into prisons, arrested without charges, places being bombed left, right and centre. What the hell is he doing sitting there saying, I'm not going to allow the West Bank to be annexed? We're witnessing it. We're seeing it. They're saying it.
That's Fiona Hennessy. Trump can't be trusted. He may say he won't allow annexation, yet annexation is happening illegally every day. So are you saying, so this very odd statement, which seems counter to everything that his major donor demanded of him,
and everything that Netanyahu and all of them are saying, and everything we're witnessing.
Yeah. Are we saying that this is just literally the verbal version of optics?
Well,
or is it
in
just
his UN speech the other day, he suddenly said in the middle of it all, when I pee, it burns, right?
Yeah, I didn't know.
And it was translated. It was
when
translated into 200 different languages as he said it, and then they stopped it. This is what they're saying, and there's loads of these things where he suddenly says stuff out of the blue, and you think, is this one of those where he's just saying it?
Well, Michu has an interesting one here. Look, I think Trump means he won't allow annexation, as in this is now all Israel. Maybe there's no more annexation to happen.
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
Well, as in they've kind of taken what the West. He
wouldn't allow an annexation of their own land.
Yes,
no.
He sees it. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you. Someone just said Netanyahu insulted Trump on his trip. Did I miss something? Have I missed him actually insulting Donald Trump? 2
days ago, Jewish Voice was saying the very worst day yet of the genocide. The worst day yet. Imagine with all what we've seen. Don't forget, 225 journalists have been murdered. So what's coming out is trickling, but what is coming out is absolutely horrific. I mean, we saw this morning, didn't we, the video after video of children being pulled out from under the rubble, pulled out by their feet, people still trying to get the bodies out to then wrap them and bury them, day in, day out. Children now, babies like skeletons starving. It's like the old photos of of the that we used to see in Africa, that set off the whole Live Aid thing. We're seeing those sorts of videos and pictures now. You're probably not seeing them, but that's going on the whole time. The hundreds of people still being killed every day as they try and get food. And he's playing games like this, saying, I won't allow the annexation. It's happening. We're seeing it.
I do just want to say that I think Benjamin Netanyahu he's talking to the General Assembly at the UN today. Is that correct?
He had to fly.
Yeah, no, I love this.
To avoid getting arrested.
I love this. What a lily-livered, yellow-bellied coward. Look at this. Netanyahu avoids French airspace for first time en route to the US.
But listen to this.
Oh, I hate him so much.
If he needed to stop for any medical emergency, all the American bases, they will stop in the American bases of all those countries so that he can't be arrested. So complicity.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay, let me play you a little bit of an interview with Zoltan Mamdani, who obviously is the potential mayoral candidate for New York,
which is huge. Which is huge that he has the potential.
Because he talks about this very thing of Netanyahu and his potential arrest and his war criminality and what have you. Netanyahu having circumnavigated all these kind of countries in order to get to the UN, giving his speech today. Completely contradictory messaging from Donald Trump. Again, is this the ramblings of a madman in Donald Trump?
And meanwhile,
is this optics? Is this him just saying whatever he wants to say because he knew he had lots of people from the
he
Gulf
just says
there?
whatever he needs to say in front of people. But meanwhile, the Palestinian Authority are not allowed to fly to America to join the UN. They're doing it all on Zoom.
Exactly. They refused their visas, weren't they?
Yeah.
But this is kind of encouraging, because I said to Nan, sometimes we need to play you the opinions of people that make you think, oh God, some people aren't afraid.
Still to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he comes to New York City with Donald Trump as his human shield?
Look, I think I want to just first give us the context of this, right? Oftentimes this is described as if it is a matter of opinion, a personal assessment. We are speaking about someone who is facing a warrant from the International Criminal Court, someone who has perpetrated a genocide of Palestinians for close to 2 years. And every hour for that time period, a Palestinian child has been killed by the Israeli military. And this is something that has shocked the conscience of so many across the city, across this country, across the world. And I hear about it from New Yorkers everywhere. I hear about it when I take the train. I hear about it when I'm walking on the street. I hear about it when I'm speaking about our affordability agenda. And I hear about it because it is an affront to any kind of universal belief in the sanctity of humanity, of justice, of safety. And I also hear about it because there is a deep shame and anger and a horror at the fact that we as Americans are complicit in this. And I think Graham Plattner put it best when he recently said, our taxpayer dollars should be building schools and hospitals in this country, not bombs to destroy them in Gaza. And there is that deep sense of the contradiction in our politics.
So you as mayor of New York want to hold him to account.
And that is the importance of this city, is to showcase a model of what politics could be, and to showcase that we are a city that believes in international law. Now, look, to be clear, I'm going to operate within the bounds of the law. I'm not Donald Trump seeking to create my own legal system as I make my own decisions. And yet I think it is also important to say that the time of not only tolerating but celebrating Benjamin Netanyahu in this city from those in leading political positions, including the mayor, the time of looking at Benjamin Netanyahu coming to this city and then making military decisions from this city to kill civilians, that time has to come to an end. Because New Yorkers, at the very least, want to bring an end not only to this genocide, but also to the complicity we have in the violation of international law.
There you go. A good interviewer who shut up and let him speak, let him answer the question instead of rushing to put down mines for him to fall into. And that's it. That's the greatest first line to it. This isn't about person. Let's just calm down the madness here. It's not about what Keir Starmer wants or what Trump wants or what Macron wants. We had a framework, international law, that was supposed to keep us all in some kind of safety, and that's gone. The
bit I do get confused about, though, is because America isn't a signatory to the International Criminal Court, does he have legal kind of foresight to be able to do that?
Did they unsign because of Netanyahu, or did they think they were supremely above anyone?
No, they unsigned a while ago in relationship to the potential prosecution of American troops' behaviors in Afghanistan.
Good God, it's unbelievable, isn't it? We're not going to play anymore.
You're
if
telling
the
us
rules apply to us, we're not going to play anymore.
So I don't know what the legalities of whether he can or can't are. I mean, but maybe he's just saying the international law is international law, and even if as Americans we aren't part signatories to the criminal court, it's international law. So what did anyone else get scared when he goes on the train and walks down the street? Because I'm scared for his life. Yeah, in the same spirit, it's a completely different opposite end of the American spectrum. I saw Bailey said, makes me proud to be a New Yorker. And I feel I posted actually about me and my mum in New York.
Is that a New Yorker here?
Yeah, Bailey.
Do you think he'll get in? Do you think he's got any chance? Do you think that AIPAC will batter this into the ground?
Sorry, just quickly, Siobhan Walsh, David Lammy is now speaking at the UN. Oh, what a hope.
I suppose he's going to be crystal fucking clear.
He'll be crystal clear, and he'll just be loving his role.
Let me be crystal clear.
David Lammy loves nothing more than the size of his voice. so frustrating, man. Hated him as a presenter on LBC as well. Yeah, no, I felt
Penny Mehdi is such a good interviewer, isn't he?
I think he stands a strong chance, says Reese.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, they may block him, says Claire Max Place. I think the important thing about that as well is to hear, that there are many Americans against this. To any Americans in the room, we don't hear much about that. We don't hear much from Democratic leaders. We don't hear much, and again, that's partly due to our jaundiced media. It's part of our Eurocentricness, but there's a feeling sometimes that there isn't enough being done in America to shout against.
Well, all the independent news channels we follow in America say the same, but they have got no power, have they? No. Because of the way the system works. Then.
So in Trump's kind of, what I liked about that interview as well, nothing vindictive in him. What he's saying is, this isn't about me or personal. I'm just following international law and, a moral compass. But James Comey, the former FBI director, I don't know if you remember.
This was big breaking news.
This is big breaking news last night.
We went to bed. Yeah.
Donald Trump, in another act of vengeance, has indicted James Comey on 2 charges. They haven't put any detail on them, but one is misleading court and the other is allegedly lying about making a false statement. But I just wanted to play, this is on CNN, I wanted to play James Comey's statement, because it gave me and Nadia goosebumps in a similar way to...
Even though I've seen him in the past.
Yes.
In other things that I've just got goosebumps for different reasons.
Oh, right.
Video statement by James Comey on Instagram. Here it is in full.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees. And you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, didn't we all go, oh, what's going to happen to you now?
Careful, James.
Because the thing is now, it's like yesterday listening to American channels, they were saying the thing is, they'll take him to court and he won't be found guilty because, they haven't got anything. And I just thought, I think maybe we're still not awake enough.
Yeah.
What?
No, you're absolutely right.
I mean the way
Comey
that everything is being manipulated is to say that they will follow the letter of the law.
It's all, and just in the general madness of America, you've got Fox News presenters. Well, let me just show you this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
For this. This is so shocking. Fox News, what would that be like saying here? It's like the main news channel.
GB
right?
News? Yeah, it's rough far. Yeah, but it's bigger. It's bigger.
No, politically, yes, but it's like it's right in people's living rooms every day.
Yes, right? Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone who doesn't remember the United Nations, do you remember it got quite escalatory? Get it? The escalator that stuck with Trump on it.
They sabotage the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an insurrection. And what we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it. It is in New York, though, right?
Yeah,
there could be some fallout there. All right. Maybe gas it?
No.
Let's not do that.
Gas it. Okay. But we need to destroy it. No, this is absolutely unacceptable, and I hope they get to the bottom of it, and I hope they really injure emotionally the people that did it.
I didn't know David Schwimmer was presenting for Fox News.
So the escalator got stuck. Mark says now that they've discovered that it was a MAGA person running backwards, filming, and it triggered it to stop.
Triggered the emergency
But Fox News, so imagine you're watching Sky News and, Keir's been to the UN and the escalators got stuck and they're going, right, bomb it, gas it. What can we do? An insurrection, but January the 6th wasn't an insurrection.
No, I mean, this is where
he's not being funny though, Mark.
No, but this is the madness of America. So what he just said there, he would be able to come off air and go, well, I'm being kind of exaggerated or extreme. Not that he would.
But he wasn't.
But when he says bomb it, well, we can't, it's New York, gas it. I mean, in America, you've got people who are willing to do this shit.
Exactly. Nobody jokes with this shit. I mean, look how hard they came down on Kimmel.
Yes.
Comparatively.
Look, a very good point.
Yes.
And David Schwimmer can just sit there saying whatever he wants.
Gas them, kill them, finish them.
And
this is America we're talking about, guys. This has happened in a period of 6 months that we've got to this.
Okay, and
did you tell them about the hall in the White House with the president's photos?
Oh, I showed that yesterday. Yeah, and the portrait of Biden is just
these are the games
an electric
of like
pen.
you know, like dictatorships of like tin pot
Yeah.
Places that we would laugh about this sort of behavior.
Someone in Donald Trump's administration was caught on a hot mic, weren't they, talking to a member of the press, you know, not on the record. And the hot mic has him saying, or them saying, we only deal in crisis. That's almost our product.
That's our thing. That's why that calling of all the generals as well. It's like, is it to agitate here so we're not seeing something there? I don't know.
But just to remind ourselves of just the granular awfulness, the low-key awfulness. I know Christopher Kundle, you were recently in LA. I hope you're well. You know, Chris, member of the community, and he was saying to me by text that you're in a wheelchair and you were moving along the street, the sidewalk, and he saw ICE agents bundling people into cars. But I just want to show you this clip because every day there is yet another unbelievable clip of ICE agents going hard against people.
And why we show you these clips every so often, though I see dozens of them every day, is because this has all happened in a period of 6 months. Think about the kind of things a certain person who has great ambitions in this country, think about the sort of things that he's talking about, that he's testing out, like even people that may have, you know, full, license to stay here, talking about maybe kicking them out, you know, if they're not earning enough money, and the migrant situation. Just bear that in mind and remember this taking 6 months to get to this in America.
And also bear in mind some of the people you will have seen supporting Farage, the hunger and the fever pitch that they will experience at the thought of being recruited to do this, because one of the growth industries in America at the moment are ICE agents, immigration agents, you know, bringing them in. This is a growth industry. They are advertising, they're recruiting, they are surging. And of course, it's for anyone who wants to kind of get rid of foreigners. But look at this
Mary,
clip.
we saw that thing about Charlie Kirk and Snake Eyes. We didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, we didn't know. For those of you listening, this is a wife of an undocumented immigrant being shoved hard into a wall
but
by
often,
an
Mark, we
ICE
find
agent.
that they're not undocumented.
What amazes me about these clips, and like you, I see so many different ones every day, is there's the person doing what they're doing, and you think full of venom, overbearing, you know, jobs worth, racist, whatever they are. And then you see all the people around them just watching.
That police officer allowing that girl to be abused like that.
Yes. And you sort of think, there's no one there still thinking this is a human being.
She wasn't doing anything wrong except pleading for her husband.
But are you telling me that no one in that pack is like, hang on, mate, maybe that's a bit overbearing?
But what did Comey say? It's fear itself that gives them the power, and people are frightened. People are frightened because the law has been just elasticated. So, like, you could just be taken off, you know.
And of course, you know, Alligator, Alcatraz, 1,200 detainees seem to have kind of just evaporated or gone.
At the moment,
disappeared.
we're going to look into that more, because it's just something that we've read, but we're not too sure about it yet. But we're going to find out more about that. But it seems There's a load of people.
Here we go. Yeah,
missing.
Dawn Decker, thank you. I was trying to remember the figures. $50,000 sign-on bonus and college debt forgiven. Then $80,000 a year. Many people have literally sold their souls. Recruitment will slow in California if masks are banned, which is why it's such a clever move by Gavin Newsom.
But also the whole car thing where they're going to paint it gold and everything. So people, and these are just, yes, some of the police officers, but some of them are just like bounty hunters.
Matt Parker, thank you, lucky stars you don't live in the US, but that's our point, Matt. Our worry is that every single thing that comes out of Nigel Farage's mouth is a kind of cheapskate off the back of a lorry version of what Trump says. He's like a Del Boys version of Trump, round the back, sort of with the back of his van open, going, yeah, all right,
and don't forget last week when Keir Starmer recognised the state of Palestine, the foreign minister from Israel set up a meeting with Comey and Nigel Farage. So,
exactly.
Think on.
Okay, well, on that note, King Blair. Let's just talk about this for a minute. This is staggering.
Should we have a break?
Yes, let's have a break. Let's go funny. Shall we pull one of these in?
Yeah, but some of them are funny and some of them are thoughtful.
Okay, let's go for the first one.
See you. I'm tired.
Get some rest.
No, I'm tired. I'm tired of being a wife. I'm just tired of...
You tired of being a wife?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll be the wife and the husband today. I got you back.
Sometimes I'll be tired of being a mom too.
I can be a mom, dad, whatever I need to be. As long as you're going to be able to come back eventually. If you need a few days, a week, I got you. I'll bring the 80%, you just bring 20.
Weeks?
Yeah, weeks, whatever you need. I got you.
I need it. I need it bad. I need that.
All right, I got you.
For real? I can start right now?
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to go get my nails done and go get a massage, and then I'm probably going to go to the mall and spend a couple $100 and go do what I want to do, okay?
No problem. Let me know you want. Make sure you keep sharing your location so I'll make sure nothing happens to you.
Okay.
Leave that milk so I can feed Zonnie. I'll make sure I cook something for Lux. Make sure we all fed. If you need anything, just call me.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
Thoughts. That's what we do on Coffee Moaning. We will lurch from an ice clip of horror to something that completely does a handbrake turn. As I can see, many people were commenting still on the clip. Oh, look, Abby Reed, breaking news. Check your phone. Terror charges against Kneecap cannot continue, says court.
Yes.
It's great. Is it technicality?
Great news.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Hang on.
Be careful if you say that's great news, because the Daily Mail will call you a terrorist.
Oh, God.
Do you remember when she said Kneecap Day? Brilliant. Thank you for letting us know that, Abby. Thank you. We are, Gabrielle, going to the protest on October the 11th. Absolutely. That was a
thrown out by Chief Magistrate following a technical error. It's technical error.
Yeah.
What was the technical error?
I think it was the time between the offence happening and then bringing it to court. I think it's a shame it's a technical error rather than a moral fucking purpose type thing. But there we go. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. No, that was very funny. That was sweet.
So to go back to our chap, his face.
Yes.
So what did you glean from that, Mark?
I gleaned be
honest. Don't watch what you say.
I'm not going to watch what I'm going to say.
Did you think he was well trained, or do you think he was?
No. I thought he was lovely, but what I actually also saw in his eyes was wide-eyed panic. Absolute. But what's sweet about that wide-eyed panic in most men is baked into it as an inherent acceptance that we're useless and we depend on you guys.
That's so interesting.
I saw a genuine fear.
He looked so confused.
Oh no, I thought he looked genuinely hurt for her. I
think he looked hurt for himself when he goes, "She's sick of being a wife."
When she said a week, I could see he kind of went.
And then even with a couple $100, he went, "Whatever you need to do."
Yeah. Please support Kneecap. They are the best, says I. Sorry, many things are going on here.
Yeah, but what I would say about that, and that's not just to husbands, I think that's to wives as well, if you've got a fairly equal relationship. If you haven't, if you've got somebody that's always taking the piss, it's totally different. But if you've got a fairly equal relationship and somebody says one day, I just need a break from all of it. I just want to stare at the wall or wander around the shop and not have too many questions with it. That's what I got from it.
Yeah,
he didn't ask her a single question. It was true generosity.
But there was, Maggie Dennis, there was wide-eyed panic as well.
We saw the questions. We saw the fear. We saw the, oh, fuck, I've got to have the kids all day. I've got to do. But he didn't say it. So he heard her and he allowed her. And that's altruistic love. It's like, yeah, that's a really fucking is pain, but I'm just letting go.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm sure that in their marriage one day he'll do that as well. But she was good in using the shock tactic, I think.
I thought it was very effective and very funny.
And I loved it.
I also think there is something in that, though, that's quite sweet, is that I do think what sometimes passes before my eyes or his eyes there is a genuine fear as well-meaning men, nice men, dads who want to be as supportive and helpful as possible, that we just know we are not as instinctive at it. And so there's always just a moment's worry of, oh, what if I can't quite pick up on that cue or that detail? But it's not that we won't try and we won't do it, but just sometimes we just know, fucking hell, we're just fucking men, you know.
Yeah.
To be fair, my hubby puts in 70% most days anyway, so I know I'm lucky.
Oh,
bless. Men don't ask, they just abscond past experiences. Good ship lollipop.
Well, we've got another one for you later, so we've got a different one for you. So let's get back to
let's talk about
news
what Washington has backed a plan for Tony Blair to head a transitional Gaza authority. The reported proposal for international body to oversee Gaza for up to 5 years counters or is an opposition to a UN-backed plan for faster transition to Palestinian rule. But the White House is backing a plan that would see Tony Blair head a temporary administration of the Gaza Strip. Head a temporary administration. Initially without the direct involvement of the Palestinian Authority.
So let's translate that sentence to what that actually means.
He's going to essentially be like a sort of mayor of Gaza.
How has that happened?
How has Tony fucking bastard Blair genocided all of fucking the Middle East with dodgy dossiers and weapons of no mass destruction? How has he found himself sat on a throne in the Gaza Strip? Who says he's qualified? Before we get into there needs to be a solution and what is that solution, why is Tony Blair qualified?
I suppose because he was the Middle East envoy or expert or whatever you want to call it.
He didn't solve anything.
No.
He committed. He.
No, I'm not happy about Tony. I'm just saying.
What I mean, and you sat down this morning and you said something I thought was quite telling. You know, we're all encouraged not to sign up to the deep state idea and all the machinations and wormholes of this connection and that connection. And then he pops up.
You think, how's that happened?
Where's this sinister motherfucker come from?
And the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, anything that Trump agrees to worries me.
Exactly. Blair Witch Project.
And how come Netanyahu?
It's the Blair Witch Project.
How come Netanyahu? Oh, I like that. How come Netanyahu's agreed to him? Anything they agree to is not going to be anything that is going to help the Palestinians.
So the Palestinians are not involved in whatever this new organization is.
It's white supremacy, Mark.
We'll take responsibility.
Send a man in with a tie.
Because we can calm things down.
When you stirred it all up in the first place. In 1948, when you just the Brits signed a piece of paper and gave a people's country away.
I think Netanyahu will have to agree to this, Michi, because let's suppose that Blair wants to maybe visit the land that he's mayor of. Netanyahu has to let him in.
It's absolutely unbelievable. It's a total slap in the face to the Palestinians.
I think it's the most offensive potential solution or suggestion. I don't necessarily think we've got to find a solution. And it's a very, very tense topic, what that solution is.
Stephanie says it's 1948 all over again.
Yes.
Maybe they'll all sit down and just sort of, it is, isn't it?
Draw a line in the sand.
It's our new Balfour.
Netanyahu can be sidelined because of his weakening position at home. I hope so. I hope so. But look, the Israeli Netanyahu playbook is this. When in a corner, just keep your eye on the globe. Something big fucking happens.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk, something big happens. He's just, for me, I could possibly even consider this or give this some entertainment if it wasn't Tony Blair. It'd be fascinating to know how Alistair Campbell
Why
does
is it not somebody Palestinian?
Yes. Are you trying to tell me there's not a single Palestinian person?
Thank you. It's white supremacy again. I'm sorry. It's just outrageous. It just makes me sick to my stomach.
Needs to be
I need
stopped
like
immediately.
a couple of more days to actually be able to process it. Because again, it's another one of those days when I can't believe it.
Does that mean Mandy Mandelson will be his deputy? He owns the ID company that we could be bringing in this country. It's all sinisterly. There's a sinister tie-up. Tony Blair.
Does he? We'll have to look into that.
I just worry that there is such direct complicity. For me, Starmer, who I just thought was an absolutely useless fucking article. I love that phrase. He's a useless article.
He's neither use nor ornament.
Neither use nor ornament. I now am beginning to worry that he is the convergence point of every cover-up.
The axis of evil.
I think he now is in the Venn diagram. Keir Starmer is at the center of it.
Okay, we're having mind games now.
Oh, okay. All right, shall we play another funny?
Yes.
You right? Yeah.
Yes. I'm just incandescent that they've
Are you going to clean the kitchen tonight? She never said it. She didn't even think it out loud. But I can't risk her ever having that thought. Because if she does, I've already lost her. So tonight, like every night, I clock into the night shift. Not for money, not for glory, but for a love I don't dare take for granted. The battle always begins with the children, tiny rulers whose kingdom is now asleep. I lay them down gently, because she deserves a prince in her story, not just a partner in her chores. Now she's free to bathe, to breathe, to turn the pages of her favorite book. And I step into the climax of my nightly chapter, the kitchen. It waits for me, like a battlefield after war. Crumbs scattered, dishes piled high, evidence of a day fully lived. The mop becomes my sword, and the shiny floor, my declaration of loyalty. And when the kitchen rests, silent and clean, so does her heart, so does our love. Because this is what it means to fight for her. In the quiet, in the small things, so that she never has to wonder if I care. And she never has to ask, are you going to clean the kitchen?
It's beautiful. It's poetry. It's Shakespeare. It's modern day gladiator fighting for his love.
I'm slightly concerned that you're really going for the. Are you trying to tell me something?
No. Whilst I was looking for stuff for our podcast,
I'm being human.
I did like the way.
A message.
I loved the way he did the floor as well. I have to say.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever done the floor.
No, that's true.
Nobody ever does the floor.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And sometimes though you've got much better at this, for many years, if you did do the washing up, you would never do the sides. So there'd be crumbs and stuff.
I never don't do the sides. I never
don't know why someone wouldn't
do the sides.
Doing the sides is the best bit. Yeah. But what did you think of that, guys?
Yeah, they were all kind of commenting on the horror of Tony Blair as it started.
So this is what we do
just for those who were wondering what happened, Nadia had a circuit completely closed down, I think, did it? Because of the Tony Blair story?
Yeah, I shut down.
Right, yes, okay. There you go.
I did say I need a couple of days to process.
Maggie Dennis,
we're sending a man in a suit with a tie who caused so much destruction.
Yeah. Maggie Dennis, are you giving Mark a subtle hint, Nadia? I mean, I must admit,
I've given up.
What do you mean?
He clears up the kitchen now more than he ever did.
Yes, I mean, I think this week I've done it 4 times.
It will be funny to see if he does the floor one day.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay,
See, this is what I was waiting for. Zoe, it gave him the ick. It gave her the ick.
Gave me the ick, Zoe.
But actually, Zoe, what he was doing was actually really clever. He was taking the piss as well. He was taking the piss, but it was also it was a love poem.
Yeah.
Because what we're saying here is we don't need you to go out and fight for us and be macho and do all the things. Just help us with those things that we think you don't see that we do. And that's very romantic.
A lot of people are finding his monologue. I think his monologue was piss taking, no?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think not very subtle as Hillary Daly.
No, but I think it was romantic. But he was taking the piss and saying, "This is my fucking life.
Reese Roberts
this is
says,
what I have to do.
Doing the floor is Mount Everest." Good quote. Bailey, I want to just show this. Starmer is the banality of evil, a malignant toad. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, do you want to show? We'll
thanks, Joe. Women always appreciate the little things, and he was. I mean, we bang on about this all the time as women. So I think what he was doing there, he was still keeping his dignity. He wrote it beautifully. It was slightly funny, but it was the truth.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight dragons anymore. What you have to do is mop the fucking floor.
We can't fight dragons. I put on my shoes to meet the Uber Eats guy.
No, but this is what he's saying. He's saying this is what we do now, guys. This is progress.
Right.
These are our dragons.
Coral Roberts says Starmer is talking live about ID cards. Appointment to miss. Appointment to miss, Coral, I'm afraid. Okay.
Well, except
the
beginning.
It's the beginning. Let's have It's Friday. Let's end the hour with our final clip.
So a lot of people ask us what a typical day is for us. So usually he gets up around 6 o'clock in the morning. I always make him a hot breakfast.
There's some ice cold brew in the refrigerator. That's my breakfast. Shoes.
And lunch. I make him a
lunch. You mean that zero fat yogurt that you might?
I lay his clothes out every night.
Lay your clothes. You're behind in bed sleeping. Upstairs, you gotta drive me to the train station so I can go to work. What do you lay clothes out?
I lay his clothes out for work so he knows what to wear in the morning, because sometimes he mixes up his socks.
Since when?
And then when he comes home, he always has a hot cooked meal.
Hot cooked meal. I wish. I married the only Cuban woman in the world who can't cook.
Gotta go.
I tell you, what a lovely couple.
I just loved it so much. Oh God, the way they were laughing. And I actually looked into it, and she's rubbish. She can't cook. She's absolute rubbish.
That's obviously what he's laughing at.
They are so in love.
They're so in love. She was sort of touching his head like it was a rock. Touch mine like that.
I just thought it was a great antithesis to the guy who was cleaning the floor.
Yes. I just love the way she was it was just like,
because they were laughing so much. They didn't know what to do with themselves.
Anyway. Okay. I'm so doing this with my husband.
Yeah, well, you have to tell it. Have you seen it? It's a bit of a trend where you have to say something about your.
I didn't know.
It's
I didn't realize.
Yeah, where you have to sort of tell a lie, and your partner is supposed to sort of go along with it.
Oh, that would have helped. I would have understood that.
No, I don't think they were doing this. I think they just did this, but it is a trend. I think they were just doing it anyway. But
yeah. So no, we're aware of Uber Eats. I realized as I said it, I'm sure someone's going to pull me up on that. Don't use Uber Eats. Okay, guys, we're going to head off. Thank you very much. Don't forget, for all of you in the members area, it's the Curly Cooks Cook Along tonight. Do join us. You can cook along. The ingredients and the dish is on the community page.
And it is totally politics free. It's just fun and hilarity. Dina brings wine. It's much more relaxed because it's a smaller group. We get to talk to you more, and we're making creamy chicken pie, and we're doing a vegan one as well. Yeah, as Mott says, there's a link that you, or did you say it? A link if you want to join the members area.
Yeah, no, there isn't a link, but you can just join. There's a join button.
And if you also, guys, could hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It helps us. And the notification bell if you want to know when we are uploading.
All right, guys, have a good day.